cause us to overheat, which is why it's so important to stay hydrated. And look who's with us to tell us all about it.
It's registered dietitian Lee Murphy. So let's talk about it. Tell us about hydration.
Thank you so much for having me. I've missed being on here, and I love you all so much. I'm so glad to be back. So I want to talk about three things real quickly. The first is, how do we hydrate? Then how do we know we have enough? And then what do we need? How much do we need? So what do we hydrate with? Of course, you know that water is the best hydration, and we'd love to have water-based fluids that are maybe calorie-free or low-calorie. That would be great. And electrolytes, they're things like Propel and those types of drinks that have those electrolytes that are minerals that help us stay hydrated are wonderful. But then foods happen also. Like this is watermelon, right? And it's named that very appropriately because it's like over 95% water. And so that's a great way to stay hydrated. Juicy foods, things like crackers or things that are very dry, obviously, have less, but you can very much tell those foods that help add to your hydration. So pump this throughout the day. Then the next question is, how much do I need? You've probably all heard the 8 cups a day, right, or 8 glasses a day, and that is maybe a good place to start. There's not much science backing to that, but it's not a bad place to start. But what about an 80-pound woman or a 300-pound man? Do they both need 8 cups or 8 glasses a day, right? So how do we do that for yourself? So a good little formula is to take your weight in pounds, divide that in half, and that's how many ounces you need. So an example, if I weighed 200 pounds, I would need 100 ounces of water a day, and that is equivalent to about 6 or 7 16-ounce bottles of water. Okay. So just as a kind of a gauge, and that doesn't even include if I'm running or playing basketball or doing something that it makes me sweat more. So we want to keep that in mind. This is just kind of minimal needs. And then finally, how do you know you're getting enough? How do I know? And of course, you know, signs of dehydration are things like a dull headache. If you just feel kind of off some days and think, you know, I haven't been drinking very much today, it very much might be related to your hydration. But a great indicator, as you may or may not know, is your urine color. And if it is the color of this apple juice, that is not good.
Okay.
So make sure we want to stay clear urine, like more like an apple juice, like a lemonade color is much more favorable than apple juice. That means that you're dehydrated. You want it to be clear and copious. That means a lot. And clear, that means you're getting plenty of these fluids. And use that formula again, your body weight divided in half. That's how many ounces of water is a good gauge. So make sure you're getting plenty of hydrating foods and beverages. Make sure you're getting enough, and make sure you can measure that with your output and see what you need. So that is our hydration tips for today.
Hey, great visuals, great information. We're all going to grab some water after this. Thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Thanks for coming on.